there, pilgrims. Today we're going to talk about plugging in while you're on the Camino. Um, Here's a quick lesson for you. There are voltages, okay? I didn't know about all this stuff. I never really cared. I just plug in my hairdryer when I want. But different countries use different voltages and frequencies of electricity. Electrical sockets in the United States supply electricity between 110 and 120 volts. Spain, France, Portugal, where most pilgrims walk, have sockets that supply electricity at 220 volts, a lot higher than ours. What this means is if you plug your 110 or 120 volt device into one of their sockets, even if you can make it fit, you're probably going to blow up your device. So what do you do? Almost all chargers for iPhones, tablets, laptops are dual voltage, okay? And especially if you have an iPhone, don't worry about it, or an Apple product. If you look on the inside of the plug here, and this is actually an Amazon plug, not an Apple plug, and I can't really make it clear enough for you, but I'll put a photo up. You can see that it says 120 to 240 volts, which means it's fine for a 220 or 210. So how you would use this is you'll need one of these. This is you can get these almost in any China shop or any place in Spain. They're just all along the Camino because everybody needs them. And they're like €1, €2. You can also get them on the Rick Steves website. So what you do with this is the other side looks like this. And I'm going to plug my device into this, and then I'm going to plug this into the wall in Spain. Make sure it's straight. Don't do it crooked like I did. If you have other devices, you can almost always look on the plug itself, and you won't be able to see this because it's hard to see. But somewhere on the plug here or on one of the sides or maybe even on the front, it's going to tell you what the voltage is for that device. And as long as it's over 210, 220, or between 110 and 220, you're going to be fine using it there, and you won't need a converter. Now, converter is something totally different, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But right now, I don't take a hairdryer to Spain, even though my hair is getting longer. I probably still won't take one. I'm just not going to worry about how I look when I'm there. And a lot of the places that are private will have a hairdryer, especially the hotels. But this is a little travel hairdryer that I have. Okay, folds up like this, and this is a dual voltage. You can use it for 120 or 220. And the reason I know that is because it said so on the plug. It also says so on the side right here. But on this one, you don't just plug it in. On this, there's a little place right here, and it's like a screw. You have to use like a flat screw or your fingernail or a coin, and you turn it so it's on 220. And that's what you would use if you were using it in a hotel room in Spain. So you can buy little travel hair dryers and curling irons and all that stuff to take with you on these trips if that's what you would like to do. I'll put up a photo of the receptacle that Spain uses and also the plug that they use. It's a two-prong hole, and it has a grounding clip usually on it. And those are used in Germany, Austria, Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, Finland, Portugal, Spain, and Eastern Europe. France actually has a grounding prong in it, but it's safe to bypass it with the same adapter that you use in Spain. So you don't need two different adapters. Just one will work for both Spain and France. If your device, whatever you're using, does not automatically convert the voltage, then you're going to need to get a voltage converter. And I'll post a couple of photos of voltage converters, but I promise you there will not be a lot of pilgrims using hair dryers or curling irons on the Camino. After a day or two of carrying all that crap, you leave it behind because it's extra weight that you don't need. And the Camino's not a fashion show. We just don't care what we look like. I mean, once you get to Santiago, you can pick something up or you can stay in a hotel that has a hairdryer. But until then, we all look pretty dang rough. You can purchase these plugs, again, like I said, for €1 or €2 on the Rick Steves travel store, and you can also pick them up anywhere in Spain. They're all along the Camino. So let me know if you have any questions. And let me tell you something about charging your iPhone or your laptop. Don't plug in your iPhone and go to sleep. Don't plug in your iPhone or laptop and walk away. If you're charging your device, you need to sit right there with it, because phones and laptops, sadly, are stolen along the Camino quite often. Not so much by pilgrims, but on people that come in and steal things from pilgrims who leave them laying around. So don't leave your phone charging or your laptop charging and go to dinner and think when you come back it's going to be there. It might be there, but it might not also. As always, anything that you cannot afford to lose needs to be kept on your person all the time, or you need to be sitting right next to it. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. Okay, buen camino.